Hello and welcome to Breathe, Relax, and Recover, episode 17. Wow, it's pretty amazing how time goes by with these. Anyways, just a reminder, these drills in this video are not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure any illnesses or diseases. So if you're not feeling good, please go get checked out by your doctor. Also, it's really important you always keep yourself safe when you're doing these exercises. So if you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, nauseous, weird, funky, anything like that at all, just stop the drill and breathe normal at your own pace for whatever's comfortable for you and your normal breathing pattern. So it's really important to just make sure you're keeping yourself safe, right? It's part of this is to relax. And if you're doing something that makes you not relaxed because it's some weird breathing thing, then we're defeating the whole purpose of what we're trying to do here. So it's your lungs, you're in control. You can do whatever you want with them within reason. Well, what I mean by that is you can just stop the drill at any time and breathe normally and ignore the counts or anything I'm talking through with the breathing at the moment. So always keep yourself safe. To that, I usually recommend either being seated or laying down. And remember that depending on your position to gravity, sometimes drills work better for you or not as well for you. So some people have been telling me, hey, these work great. If I'm standing up, sitting up, they don't work so well for me. And that's part of our individual neurology. And that's perfectly fine. So if one position isn't working for you, then try another position and see if that helps the drill work better. Now, I'm doing these standing because it's easier to set up my camera that way, and that's just the way I've got it set up. But in real life, I not only do these drills standing, I do them lying down, I do them seated, I do them while I'm walking, I do them while I'm riding my bike, I do them while I'm riding my motorcycle. I get in weird positions. And can I still breathe into my lung fields and make my lungs work the way I want them to? So do whatever's best for you at this time. Now, there's two main things I keep talking about with this, and that's tongue in the spot. So it's important to have your tongue in the proper position. There's a whole bunch of research on this that's really cool, and it's important that your tongue is in the correct position. And to make sure it's there, you make an E sound, like the letter E. So you go E and hold that E, and then turn it into an N without losing the E. So you go E and hold that position, and that's where I want your tongue. So your tongue is going to be high and back a little bit. So it's not touching your front teeth. It's not down here in your jaw. It's up and back. And that's going to block your airway through your mouth and force you to breathe through your nose, which is exactly what I want. But if your nose is plugged up and you can't breathe through your nose, then just drop your tongue down just enough so that you can open up your airway through your mouth and breathe through your mouth. Now, people ask me, should my teeth be touching or not? I don't care if they're touching or just slightly apart. I don't want you clenching, that's for sure. And just be in a relaxed, comfortable position. And then we want belly breathing. So actually we want 3D breathing, which is breathing all the way around, because you have a diaphragm that's your major or your primary muscle of respiration. It's a dome-shaped muscle that sits up here underneath your ribs, underneath your lungs and your heart, on top of all the rest of your viscera. And every time you breathe, it pushes down and it massages your guts and gives them a nice massage. They like to be massaged just like your back, your neck, or your shoulders. Your guts like that too. And the way they get that is through breathing 20 to 25,000 times a day by breathing and pushing them down. So if you're breathing up here, and this is the way to test this, hand on your belly, hand on your chest. And if you're breathing like this, up here in your chest, then you're not giving your guts a massage. So if you're breathing down here and this is moving, that's where we want your breath, is down here in your belly. And it's also in your sides, and it's also in your back. Now, if you can't get all that figured out, at least try to get it into your belly as best you can. The way we do that, the way I teach that, is thumbs in your sides. Bring it so your fingers are just touching and they're resting on your belly. And then when you inhale, your fingers will go apart. When you exhale, they'll come back together. And I'm not moving my hands like this, and I'm not just wiggling my belly. Okay, I'm actually breathing down and out. Cool. Tongue in the spot, breathing down and out, keep yourself safe. Okay. So one thing about tongue in the spot is I haven't done this yet, and I can't believe I haven't done it yet. It's kind of an interesting little thing. So let's go ahead and do an assessment before I have you do this little tongue drill. So do an assessment. I've talked about this before. When it's important to assess before we do a drill and then reassess after we do the drill, because we want to make sure that drill is good for you. Because if it's not, let's not waste our time on it. Okay, let's find a drill that is good for you. Why spend a bunch of time doing something that doesn't make you better? Okay, so there's hundreds of breathing drills out there. There's plenty of breathing drills we can find, and I'm sure we can find one that works for you if one of them isn't working. Okay, so do some kind of an assessment. Different assessments I keep talking about. I have a vision chart, a Snellen chart over here on the wall. I can look at it and go, okay, I see where my, what line I can read right now. If you don't have that, you can get free Snellen charts and put them on your phone. You can just hold it here and look at how clear your vision is. You could do some kind of range of motion. For me, what's pretty sensitive right now is my neck to the right. It feels tight quite frequently. And if I do a good drill, I can get further range of motion and it doesn't feel as tight. Sometimes you will hear my voice drop to a lower pitch when I do a drill that's good for me. Another one I really like is internal rotation, where you just put your arm out at 90-90 like that and bring it down and see where it stops. So mine is, if you watch these videos, it's pretty much always about right there. I can crank it, but that's cheating, right? Where does it stop? If I do a good drill for me, then I will get a little bit more range of motion out of that. So I don't care what you use, just use something so that you can know if you're doing a good drill for you or not. You can also just do a body scan, okay? So just close your eyes and think through, do I have any pain or tension anywhere? If so, where is it? And rank it, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how severe is it at this moment? Do the drill afterwards, do that body scan. Do I feel better or worse after that, okay? Am I warm, am I cold? That kind of stuff. Okay, so go ahead and do that little scan or your assessment or whatever it is. We're actually going to do a tongue drill. Now, we're going to go tongue in the spot, in, and I want you to hold that. And I actually want you to do a big smile and raise your eyebrows, and you're going to swallow at the same time. And I'm going to do this with you, okay? So in and swallow, okay? Now reassess. Check it and see if that... Actually, that made a tiny bit better for me. My right neck range of motion is way better just by doing that one drill. Tongue in the spot, in, big cheesy grin, raise your eyebrows, and smile. Now, there's all kinds of neurology and cranial nerves that go into that. I did it specifically because it hits a lot of them, and it can be a really good drill. Obviously, it was for me because it just made my right rotation way better on my neck. So there you go. There's just a quick little drill one time, and that could make you better. Now, maybe that made you worse because maybe that was kind of threatening to go through all that at once. So maybe just do the tongue in the spot, in and swallow without the cheesy grin and without raising the eyebrows, okay? Maybe you need more. Maybe you need to do in, cheesy grin, raise your eyebrows, and shrug your shoulders. And then swallow, because that adds another cranial nerve. So just an interesting thing you can do before you start breathing to see where you're at with your tongue and vagus nerve and all that kind of stuff, because it's all part of the whole breathing system that I'm not going to bore you with all the neurology for. I got a comment here. What do you do if you can't swallow in that cheesy grin position? Good question. So maybe I already answered it, but try shrugging your shoulders, okay? So cheesy, tongue in the spot, in, big cheesy grin, raise your eyebrows, shrug your shoulders, and try to swallow and see if that works. Now, if that doesn't work and you still can't do it, then do it without all the cheesy grin stuff. Just go in, hold that, and try to swallow. If you still can't swallow with that, maybe take a little sip of water and just get a little bit of something there that you can get up in that area above your tongue to help you, give you something to swallow. Now, if we're really going after this, on here, I can just give you a little demonstration. Right here's my glass of water. So I just do a little sip. And that made it easier to swallow. So get a little bit of something in there, okay? Great question, thank you for that. I don't know where I was. That's okay. We'll just keep going. So let's do a little bit of warm up. So recheck your assessment, see where you are. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If we're really going after this, we don't just do one swallow. We try to do 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 in a row swallows, and that can be pretty hard. So, and a couple other tongue exercises you can try just to, if you're having problems with this, is you can take your tongue and you can like take the tip of it and put it just under your front teeth, your upper front teeth. So it's right here, like that. And then I take the tip of my tongue and I trace it back across the roof of my mouth as far as I can, like that. And you can do that 3 or 4 or 5 times, then reassess, see if that makes you better or worse. Maybe that just gives you a little tongue exercise that then when you go into the eating spot, you can swallow better. Okay, so great question. If there's more questions like that, there's a whole bunch of tongue drills that we can do to try to get your tongue working better. That's just a couple of them really quick. Okay, I'm talking fast. I'm excited because this is kind of fun doing this. Made me nervous the first few times, but now it's kind of fun. So do an assessment, check where you're at with stuff. We're gonna do a little bit of warm up, and my neck is still pretty, actually it's tighter to the left now after doing that one tongue drill. So see where you're at. We're gonna just do a little bit of warm up. So run your fingers through your hair or across your scalp. For me, do that a few times. Kind of wake up your scalp a little bit. Make sure you're breathing. All right, this little ear rub. Hopefully you've already washed your hands so that you can touch your face. Give yourself a little massage, face wash. All right, and the neck, shoulders. Kind of rub everything, wake it up a little bit, a little patting, a little rubbing. Let's rub your stomach and let's go clockwise as if there's a clock on your stomach. So that's down on the left, up on the right, right? So if there's a clock on your stomach, let's do some circles there. Okay, and kind of rub and pat this area because this is what we want moving when we're breathing. Rub your back, rub your sides. All right, let's do down the arms. So you're starting at your shoulders and you're swiping all the way down off your fingertips. Make sure you're going all the way. Do a few of those. Okay, flip it over. Make sure you're catching the tips of your fingers and coming all the way up. Okay, so don't cheat and start in the middle of your palm. Come all the way down off your fingertips. Okay, other arm, shoulder all the way off the end of your fingertips. Are you breathing? Are you belly breathing? Is your tongue in the spot? Well, the other one I haven't mentioned in quite a while is a nice long tall spine. So nice long tall lengthening through here. Okay, reassess. How'd that change for you? And my right, going to the right is kind of a little bit tight again. So maybe I should do one of those tongue drills after we're done with the exercises. Okay, wow, halfway through and hardly even done any breathing yet. Let's get into breathing. We're gonna start out with the long inhale and the short exhale. So the exhale is just let it out. You're not really concentrating on the exhale, you're just letting it out. I'm gonna do a 6-second inhale, okay? But I'll count them kind of fast. So, tongue in the spot, nice long tall spine. Let all your air out. Start breathing in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. One more time. Breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it out. Okay, now reassess. Check that and see if that's better or worse for you. So I didn't really do the drill because I was talking as I was supposed to be inhaling. So I'm not going to reassess. So, but reassess for you now that it make it better or worse. Now, here's a trick. Well, I don't want to call it a trick, but something interesting that you could try. What were you looking at when you were just doing that breathing drill? Were you looking at the computer screen or your phone, right? What was your posture? So this time, instead of looking at the computer, because you can hear me talk, okay, look in the distance, like at least 20 feet away, so across the room or outside. That's my front window there. I can look outside. If there's nothing far away, more than 20 feet away, just close your eyes and relax your eyes, okay? And because what we're doing is when your eyes are in convergence, if you're looking at a computer screen or you're looking at your phone, that's cranial nerve 3, and that's going to be hitting part of your brainstem that ramps up your sympathetic nervous system. But we're doing breathing to calm your sympathetic nervous system and raise your parasympathetics. So to get your eyes in the position to also cooperate with that for your parasympathetics, you want to have your eyes not in convergence, like, you know, looking in like this, when your eyeballs are in here. You want your eyeballs diverging, looking at something further away or closed. Now, I'm not there to assess you to see if when you close your eyes, if they actually diverge or not. Most people's do because you're relaxing, but it's just, if you don't have anything in the distance to look at, that's the next best thing we can do, okay? So first choice, look at something in the distance outside. If you can't do that, just close your eyes and relax the best you can. And I'm gonna recount. We're going to do the same drill, and you're going to reassess and see if that made a difference with your eyes in this other position. Okay, so tongue in the spot, long spine, breathing into your belly. Exhale everything out. Start breathing in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. 2 more times. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Inhale one more time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Let it out. Okay. Now reassess. Now, is that different with your eyes in that different position? Okay, so all of this matters because it's cranial nerves that go into your brainstem and the different parts of your brainstem, your mesencephalon, your pons medulla. They're responsible for different actions like flexion and extension of muscles and parasympathetic versus sympathetic nervous system, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of cool stuff. So I'm trying to calm everybody down, do these breathing drills to make you relaxed. Okay, now if those didn't work for you, let's switch it around and we'll go with the short inhale and the long exhale. Okay, so this is kind of hits the other parts of your brainstem, not your pons, but what it helps do more quickly is build up the CO2 in your system, and that can relax you as well. So even though we're not breathing specifically for the pons here, we're a little bit more medulla or mesencephalon breathing. It can still relax you because this long exhale builds up your CO2. Okay, so let's do some of those. Now, if you know that doesn't work for you, like I know one of you out there says, hey, that doesn't work for me, then reverse it. Okay, do the long inhale with the short exhale, but I'm going to count the other way. Okay, so here we go. Tongue in the spot, breathing down into your belly, nice long tall spine. And we're just going to do a fairly quick inhale and then exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Couple more. Inhale, out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax and breathe normal. Now, did you hear in the middle of that drill, my voice changed because I was actually doing the drill, right? And it relaxed me a little bit and my voice dropped in pitch. That's another indicator that, cool, that's a good exercise for me. Another one I haven't told you about is if all of a sudden your stomach starts gurgling and making noises and growling, that's good too, because that tells you you're increasing gut motility and you just relaxed yourself, calmed yourself down, got into that parasympathetic state a little bit, which is the rest and digest, and it's kicking your guts into gear and they're starting to do their job. So if your stomach gurgles when you're doing a drill, cool, that's another sign that that was a good drill for you. All right, our time is up. That's our 20 minutes. Remember to try to do these drills for more than just 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 reps like I'm doing here, but maybe try to get 10 or 20 or 30 of them in. If you can't get that many, maybe do 10 and take a break and breathe normal for a few minutes and do another 10. And you can try them that way too. All right. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you on Thursday at 5. Take care. Bye.